What's up? It's G the Prince, and I'm here with Todays Tmrrw. I'm here with Connie Taylor. What's up? We're supposed to be interviewing me, but I'm gonna start it. You know, I'm gonna introduce myself. It's G the Prince. Make sure you fuck with me. Let's go.
That was a great intro, by the way.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm being introduced. So what's up?
So I mean, I'm really big on myself. I'm really big on, you know, just believing in yourself and knowing that when you walk in a room, like it becomes your room.
Yeah.
So like even though now like people like they talk to me about this all the time. It's like, Reggie, you can't just, I say Reggie's my name. I don't even say it. I'm okay with it because I got a whole nother
Now you
thing.
telling all your business right now.
It's okay. Yeah. But G, they'd be like, you know, G, you can't just walk around doing like that. You gotta be humble. But
sometimes you can't be humble.
You can't be humble. Like the thing I take on being humble is being humble affects everyone else. It makes it so that the people around you feel better.
Right.
Feel better about, you know, them not working as hard.
Conforming to their surroundings.
Like there was something with Snoop Dogg. Remember like the video. He was like, when you're right here, there's a gap. You can't move down to them. They gotta move up to you.
Absolutely.
So like that's just how like, and you know, it's very recent. But that's just how like I've been starting to like live my life.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning.
First steps into the industry, and then how you worked your way up to where you are now.
Okay, so I started out with, I went to school, actually for photography. This was, so in high school, I was an athlete. I was playing basketball, I was swimming, but you know, I'm 5'7". So I found out early, I'm not gonna be doing basketball as a career.
People do it.
No. I was like, one, I started too late. I didn't have, like, I wear glasses. I didn't have contacts until like 10th grade. So before then, I was playing blind on the court. I'm not playing with goggles. I was too vain.
You're right. That's a straight ego.
So. Yeah, that's a straight ego. I was playing blind, like on purpose, until I got contacts. So I knew I wasn't making it, like, to, you know.
At that point.
So I had to figure out, you know, what can I do? Started out with photography. Shout out to the Union ENT. My freshman week. Like the head promoter for Union ENT in Baltimore. That's where I went to school in Baltimore. I went to Morgan State University. Shout out to Morgan State, HBCU. But yeah, so Keenan, shout out to Keenan. He saw me just taking random pictures. I'm literally just picked up a camera, probably like 3-4 months in. But I'm out there working. I'm out there working already.
Like, we gonna get this work. We're gonna get this work.
We gonna do, cause I was like, yo, I can get a lot with a camera. Like I can get into places where I wouldn't normally be able to go. Like if I was just a random person, it'd be like I just hold up the camera, like photographer. They just let you in. That's what I learned.
No questions asked.
Nope. They'd be like, photographer, come on. They give me a press pass, everything. I'm like,
okay.
you better put stuff in. So yeah, so I started out doing photography. In that year, like dealing with the Union ENT, there was like one of the top promoters for the city. And I randomly hooked up with him, and for like our freshman week, like these guys got us going in limos to like the freshman party. Like I rolled up to a freshman party in a limo, seen the line wrapped around the corner, walked through the line, went straight on stage. So this is my first like introduction to like the entertainment industry. So I'm seeing like what it could be. And now I'm thinking, imagine that, but me getting a bag for it too. So I'm thinking I could do this now, you know, be good.
And this is you in college?
Yeah, this is me at 18.
Okay.
So this is 18. I didn't get to DJ until like the year after. So that first year, I was just doing photography with them. I was in every club. I was at every party, at every event. Like these guys were really like the top promoters in the city. So I'm like everywhere. Like I'm there. I was their photographer. I wasn't the one they went to for like a lot of the important stuff. But for a lot of like the secondhand stuff that, you know, their main photographers.
Which is still good, nonetheless.
Still good. I'm learning the camera as I'm doing it. I'm like, I don't know this shit.
I'm learning as I go. Like,
learn as I go.
I forgot that I gotta take the lens off.
I know that's happened sometimes. But shout out to Photoshop and Premiere Pro. You know, that's where I learned like the editing and stuff. We was talking earlier, like how fucking strenuous editing.
Yeah, how tedious that process is.
So, how I got into DJing is always a funny story, and I like bringing it up. So my freshman year, towards the end of the year, me and my friend, shout out to Zell, my mentor too. I had a bunch of bad influences in college. My mentor had keys to like every building, so we would throw parties in like every building. So it would be like party in the science building tonight, party in the history building. Shout out to home. So I was party we threw. So my freshman year, at the end of the year, we threw a party in the gym. So I remember like this is a D1 school, so their gym is like it's pretty legit. We got, I think the cops said they was like, the cops came. The cops said there was like, 500 to like 600 people in there. We had people upstairs. They was playing ball. Man, this is like 2 in the morning.
A party?
Yeah, there was a party. The party was downstairs. The gym is upstairs.
Oh, okay.
So we got people playing ball upstairs. Downstairs there's a party. We had like 4 rooms. We was wilding out. But like long story short, cops came, of course. Me and my friend Zell, we had to figure out, like the school had to figure out, they was either gonna kick us out or we had to do 50 hours of community service.
What did you take?
Oh, I took community service. I couldn't tell. Oh, what can you tell your parents? Yo, I got kicked out of school for throwing a party.
So it's gonna be a funny story. Sit down, Mom. Sit down.
Nah, so I was like, yo, I'll do the community service. And it's crazy, I procrastinated because my friend, he did his community service during that summer, so he could get out the way. I procrastinated until like October because I had to do 50 hours by December. And it was October. I'm like, yo, I went to the school, I went to the board. He was like, yo, we either gonna kick you out or you gotta do something. So I went to the gym, see if they can give me some hours. I'm thinking I'm just gonna like sweep after the games and stuff. They was like, since you like to throw parties, you can play music for the games.
Oh, that's perfect.
Right? I'm thinking, yo, all this shit, and the timing of it is perfect. Because if I would have done it in the summer, I would have never gotten that opportunity. But I think they was desperate for someone to DJ their games for free. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. I was like...
So were you DJing before that?
I was doing, so as DJs know, I was on virtual DJ, so I don't count that. Like the DJ community will know. It's a program where the whole system, you don't need a board, you don't need anything, everything's in your laptop.
And you just play from your laptop?
And I just play from I just press the button, press the button, press the button.
Go to the next song.
Go to the next song. So as real DJs.
You just got a playlist. Oh.
Yeah, so real DJs would know that wasn't real DJing.
Absolutely not.
For like me being a little vain, I didn't like being like ass in front of anyone. So the volleyball team, like they had a crowd. So I was gonna be playing music for them. I was like, I gotta get good at this. So I spent I had to be like 4 or 5 months just on YouTube, watching tutorials, watching like how to do stuff, saving up money, just throwing my money at shit, just buying shit. Spent like a couple grand on speakers, on bad speakers that blew. I still have those speakers as
Why?
I don't know, sentimental value. I have like 9 speakers in my crib right now. That's
all for
dead.
sentimental value?
They're all dead. They're all dead speakers. But it's like, I don't know, it's just it's just something to show like how far I've came.
Storage space.
Oh no, I mean it'd be in the attic. Their speakers just lie everywhere. They're like little placeholders. Put stuff on now.
Oh, they're tables now.
They're tables.
Okay.
And another speaker broke. I'm like, that's another table for sure. But yeah, I started doing that after the volleyball. They said, you want to come back for the basketball season? I was like, sure, I'll do the basketball season. And then the next year,
at some point, you was past 50 hours, correct?
Yeah. So by December, I had hit 50 hours because they had me doing like for the basketball games, it was like the men and women's, the women's and men would play back to back. So it would be like a good 4 or 5 hours like every other day. I was able to hit that 50 hours. But they brought me back the next year. So they was like, yo, we like you, but we're gonna put you on scholarship now.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah. So it just that's how I said I was really thrown into it, and then I just fell in love with it. It was something where I started league. So I'm 19. I started 2012. So I was like, this is not what I wanted to do, but it's something I fell in love with.
What did you want to do before that?
I don't know. I was a sports guy, so I was trying to figure it out. I was like, I can't do sports for a living, so I got to figure something out. It's either sports or a state job. Yeah. So I was like, yo, what am I gonna do? I gotta find a talent. Just find something that you're good at. So I find something that you like. And then through that, it's been a long journey from since then to 2012 to now.
Okay, so now you do predominantly DJ. What do you do?
So right now, I'm trying to get in the middle of everything, because what I found out with DJing, especially doing like clubs and stuff. None of it, it's no guaranteed money in clubs.
No?
Even if you're doing clubs, even if you're doing like a weekly spot, that club shuts down eventually. Then that source of income is gone. If you don't have any backup plans, you're homeless. Like
so is learning that taught you to have multiple streams of income?
Yeah, learning that definitely, because when I was in Baltimore, like I was DJing every day. I had a Monday through Friday gig, and then Saturday with big gigs. So I get little money during the week, and then a lump sum every Saturday, which was dope. It was good, going good. But then one of the clubs closed down, and then
like a ripple effect at that
yeah,
point.
one of the promoters got in it with the owners. So now the owner don't want the promoter there anymore, so that's 2 gone. And then now, because after a while DJing for college parties, you become the old head. After like 4 or 5 years,
Oh my God,
it's like this guy.
Oh my God.
He's back.
He's dropping bombs on them. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, like everyone gets the flex treatment after a while.
Right.
After you've been there for a while. So then you gotta go into the city, and I don't really like Baltimore. Like I don't really like the city crowd more than I like the college crowd. And it just started falling apart. So that's why I was like, okay, I need something.
I gotta figure this out again.
So when I came back to New York, I was like, I gotta find something that's sustainable, something that I can keep up. And that's when I started getting into radio. So radio, I think I first started, shout out to Titans of Radio. This was, I think 2016 when I came back. My god brother, the people who actually doing Keys to the Streets, he was on Titans of Radio. He was like, yo, you trying to just come on and DJ? I was like, sure, I come on and DJ. I liked it. I like the fact that I could play what I want. Because in the clubs, you're playing what the people want to hear. You gotta play what the people want to hear. A lot of times, it be tracks you don't like, but you gotta play it and you gotta act like you fucking love that shit.
Drop bombs on some shit.
No,
it's trash.
I can't drop bombs on shit that's like that I think is trash. I gotta be, and even if it's the most trash song, if they like it.
But aren't you still catering to a specific audience, even though it's on radio? Or is it like you don't really get that direct feedback, so it's like you don't really care?
Exactly. It's not, you're not in my face. Like, you play a song they don't like, you don't see them. As a DJ in the crowd, you see their face just go like that. Like, everyone else will be good, but then that one person you notice, like, I don't like this song. And then they'll start coming up to the booth and like, can you play so-and-so? I had a shirt that said, this DJ does not take requests. I would just show them point to the shirt.
Alright, but you're a DJ though.
I know. It's so.
Why do you not take requests?
I take it now, because I'm thinking I don't know everything. If I'm going to a spot.
And they might put you on to some new shit that you.
That's how, I remember the first time I heard that Kodak Black song, No Flocking. What was a request? I was DJing, he was like, yo, put on Kodak Black, No Flocking. I'm like, what is this shit? I didn't care, I'd already gotten paid. So I was like, let's fucking do it.
Right.
I played, I was like, yo, this shit hard. So then after that, I was like, let me start taking some requests. Especially if I'm in a city I'm not familiar with. I'm not gonna act like I know everything.
Right.
I know pretty, I know a little bit, but I don't know what, especially when we go to different cities, because everyone has like their favorite hits, like the radio hits, the shits that everyone hears. And when you go to even the boroughs in New York City, there's Brooklyn, when you're in Brooklyn, they want to hear some Brooklyn shit. When you're in Queens, they want to hear some Queens shit. Manhattan, they might want to hear some Harlem shit.
I was waiting.
Well, yeah, Bronx, they want to hear some Bronx shit. Staten Island,
nobody knows what the Staten Island.
I've been there once in my whole life. I've been there once by accident.
On accident?
Yeah, I used to drive Uber. Like I went there for a trip.
You just drove across the Verrazano? Like
No. I had when you do Uber, you get requests from people.
I get it.
And one of the requests was in Staten Island. I was like, I've never been over here. That's when I noticed when I was driving like across the Verrazano. I was like, hold on, I've never been over here before. I was thinking they had a deer, some deer infestation or some shit. I'm like, is my car gonna get? I was like, let me after this trip, I'm going right back to my comfort zone.
For real. But okay, so DJing has been your thing.
Yeah, DJ is gonna be my like main shit. But like I also.
So is that the long run for you?
Cause I want to do a show where I do what I want. Like that's my end game for like everything I'm doing. I want a show that I can do whatever I want. I don't have to cater to any audience. I can cater to my audience, or I can just play what I want to hear. And people just like, hey, it's on.
Like-minded people.
Like-minded people's like, hey, I want to listen to that too. So like, I mean, everything else that I'm doing is like is building a foundation so that I can do that. Because like I can, even if I'm not making money on it, I'll make money like other ways, but my show will be like my show. Like that's what I'm trying to do.
So all the other ways will fund the passion, like your passion.
Yeah, everything else is gonna fund the passion. I'm making sure multiple streams, because I'm DJing, I'm also a producer. I'm teaching myself how to engineer. I'm actually trying to teach myself how to produce, you know, podcasts, radio shows, so that I don't want to have to be talent, but I want to. But I have a good eye for it. Like I can spot like someone that if they can like hold a conversation, like eye to eye. Even me, like I'm not as good with it, but I can spot when someone is. And all that person really needs is a platform. So like that's something I wanna do like long term, like along with my show. Like I wanna have like a platform for like interesting people to like get their point across.
And do you feel like Bully Season and this, like Under the Good Moms Radio has provided you with that?
That's what I was looking for. I've been through a couple stations, and I was looking for somebody that I can build like a team around. And I think like I definitely found that in Bully Season, even with League too. I had you know, if League was still there, I had plans for like League also.
I mean, does this mean that you can't also have?
Oh no, it's gonna be both. Just one is like a little bit more intermediate. What is it, intermediate? Like one that's more like
immediate.
One that's more
immediate. You know, right in your face. So you work on what's in front of you.
Work on what's in front of you, and then all I need is one thing to hit. Out of everything going on, I just need one.
Need these pieces to hit.
As soon as I got
Once I get one lick, that's it.
That's it. That's
Where
all
you
I
from?
need. I'm from Queens.
Okay.
From Walton. Shout out to L Game. Yo, people.
I'm trying to control my facial expressions right now.
Yo, Laurel. So the funny thing about Laurelton, we don't even have a zip. You know what Laurelton is?
No.
Yeah. So Laurelton, we don't even got a zip code. They try to play us. We share a zip code with Rosedale and Springfield, but
I know where Rosedale is.
Yeah, everyone knows where Rosedale is. Laurelton is right there. We're like right there. We're in between Cambria Heights, Rosedale, and Springfield. So like it's the area in between all that.
So if y'all was in the entire
yeah, we would just be in the middle. We're in the middle of all that. But it's Laurelton, Alexandria.
Okay. So that's where you see, that's your end goal. You said, you gave us the story up to the end goal. So, and you gave us what you're doing right now to get to the end goal. So
even the end goal, like it's not even. I'm always coming up with like new stuff, like, and I have this stuff written down, like stuff that, let's say if this part goes well, I know how to build from there. If this part goes, I know how to build from there. Even
do you ever get lost in your own thoughts?
Of course, all the time.
Because
all the time.
I do, and from this conversation, I'm like, he probably does too.
I do.
That's like thinking about 1,000 things at one time, just get lost and like, what was I thinking about a few minutes ago? You ever think of that? You ever thought to yourself, you forgot about some really good, like, multi-million-dollar idea from like 5 thoughts ago that's like, damn, I forgot it?
Really, I used to be like that all the time. So I write everything down now. I either do video notes, I do voice notes, everything. Right now, I have like a whiteboard in my room. I just write random shit on there. I just shit on there that I've written like years ago. I've had that whiteboard since like 2013.
Is there any space? How is this space?
Sometimes I erase stuff. Sometimes I put it back on.
You know what I use?
Depending on the situation.
Sticky notes all day.
I love stickies. I call them stickies. I love the stick. I got the stickies in my car just in case for a quick note, pull over, or what Pop said. I just make the video, just send it out to somebody, even if it's not them. Like I'll know like a random model, and I'll be like, oh, I got an idea for her. Random thought, send it to her. She might be like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, I'll explain it to you later. I'm gonna drive it.
Hit me up later. I'll explain.
Cause it's crazy. Like, cause they saying like I've always been a person with like ideas, but I needed like an executioner. Like there was this quote. I'm gonna fuck it up, but it's like
Not verbatim.
Yeah, it was like every person with an idea needs an executioner. Every executioner needs people with ideas. So I want to become like the person with the idea. I just need someone that's gonna put the work in.
Yeah.
And I'll stay on them. I'll make sure like I know how stuff looks like. 'Cause I've been paying attention to like podcasts and radio stations, how they look, how professional podcasts, how professional radio stations look, and how to like emulate it, how to get.
And then build on that.
How to build on it, and how they built up. So I've been watching like if you know like the Brilliant Idiots podcast with Charlamagne the God and Andrew Schultz. Like these guys have their own. You probably don't even know who Andrew Schultz is.
No.
So he's a comedian. This guy built his shit up from from the bottom where no station, no radio station or anything was gonna do his show. So he shot it himself.
Oh wow. See?
Yeah, it's like he went through.
Be resourceful.
So you don't need anyone. You don't need anyone to get the ball rolling. You can just do it yourself. That's the type of time like I want to be on with this.
So is that the takeaway that you are exuding to anybody who's on the outside looking into you?
Whatever you want to do, take it. You gotta go out and you gotta go out and you gotta get it.
Right.
Like I wanna be a theater nerd. But have you seen Hamilton?
The Broadway play.
The Broadway play.
I was supposed to go with my mom.
Watch that musical and find like a person who he wasn't likable. He wasn't a good person. He was someone that just worked hard as shit. Was better than everyone else and got what he wanted. He had his flaws. There was, what I found out with that is you can't react to everything like in a negative light. If he would have just not done that, he would have lived a lot longer. But that passion of not saying, oh, I'm not as experienced as I should be, so I shouldn't talk in this situation. It's like no.
Just talk anyway.
Even if you're wrong, let someone correct you. But no one's gonna correct you if you don't like open your mouth. If you just quiet in the corner, waiting to be put on.
Waiting for that moment.
Waiting for
your moment.
Oh, that was a big theme I don't want to get into it. So I'm gonna get into it. There was a song, Wait For It, and then it was like the antagonist of the story.
So are you promoting Hamilton right now?
No, I'm not.
Go check out Hamilton.
Go check out Hamilton. Lynn, Miranda, hit me up.
I want him to be Lynn or
No, he was the person who wrote the play. He wrote the play. He actually he was a writer for the Moana soundtrack also. Randomly, I just randomly found that. I was like, what?
Oh, this Jim.
Nah, he's dope.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you want to
Anything else? There's a lot. That's why I wanted the one-on-ones. I have so much out there. Like I also have a website. Like I got the.
Tell them everything that you have. Like what's going? See the Henny jumping out the fucking cup.
So I'm also a producer. I've just gotten into producing. When the pandemic hit, my last paycheck at my job, I bought myself a keyboard to produce. I bought that camera that we're recording on right now, and I brought the program, like whatever the recording program is. I was like, there's no job. DJing's done. So I got to figure out what's another way for me to make money. And this is something I should have been doing a while ago. Like people.
But it's okay because everything happens for a reason, and good and bad are relative. So you're good. So. Do you want to like put your website out there so people?
Oh yeah, it's gtheprince.com. ITSG the Prince. It's phonetic. Please don't put DA Prince. It's THE.
Oh, the.
Yeah, the. I can't say TH words. It comes out as the. I've just.
But when you tell people, then that's why.
That's why I would say THE. So I'm saying the, but it's a TH.
Copy. All right. Well, thank you for interviewing me.
All right.
Thank you for interviewing me.
Right.
In the middle of an interview for you. So.
Now we're gonna get right back to it. Shout out to Mr. Mom. Shout out to Todays Tmrrw. And we done.